In the world of Mascot horror games, Poppy Playtime Chapter 4 has received mixed reviews for its lack of interest and a lot of bugs. They wasted potential with the main villain, the Doctor, who could have been explored more and who could interact with our main characters such as Poppy, Doey, and Kissy Missy. And what's even worse is that they killed Pianosaurus. So Poppy Playtime fans are expecting for Poppy Playtime Chapter 5 to be an improvement of both Chapter 2 and 4, those games that received mixed reviews, and won't be seen again. While we do though, we can wait for the most anticipated horror games of 2025, from creators and from making their games much more polished and scary. And the mainline story is expected to have some thrills and spins. While other Mascot horror games received mixed reviews at first, but improved so much throughout the years. Those Mascot horror games being Garden of Banban, 8, Bendy, The Cage. Last but not least, Five Nights at Freddy's, Secret of the... Those indie games are expected to be scary and the most challenging chapters, and they're putting their best effort to make every sequence in the game be a highlight, and they're trying to be the best Mascot horror games of 2025. Let's get right to it. First up on the list is Bendy, The Cage. No, not Bendy for you boomers. That's coming out probably not in 2025, but we don't know. But moving on. Bendy the Cage is an all-new Bendy game that is now in production, directed and created by the Meatly. You know, it probably takes place after the events of Bendy and the Dark Revival, which came out in 2022. But instead of Audrey being the main protagonist of the game, it's Henry from the first Bendy game, Bendy and Ink Machine. And also, it has improved the production of the series too. It has high-quality graphics, better character designs, and also a creepy nostalgia. The game's monster designs from the teasers we have recently look very good. They are stunning. There are a host of new gameplay mechanics and cool gameplay loops, like the combat weapon, and finally included one of the returning characters in Bendy the Cage, Sammy Lawrence. You know, that guy that was despised by Ink Bendy, who praises Bendy, and he got devoured once and got reborn. Yeah, remember him? Now that we got Bendy the Cage out of the way, as one of the few Mascot horror games to be releasing this year and are expecting to be scary, let's move on to our next game, which is currently a Mascot horror game that has improved over the years. Next up, it's Garden of Banban Chapter 8. Now, I do have faith in Garden of Banban Chapter 8, which is coming out in 2025, which was originally scheduled for 2024, just like Bendy the Cage. The developers, Ferris and Jeffo, the Euphoric brothers, are trying their best to make Garden of Banban the best Mascot horror game of the year. It will have lots of lore, lots of monsters, and probably new characters who will be introduced in the game, and there will be the secrets that will be uncovered by the parrot. And we can expect some of the characters to transform into hideous waves. Sheriff Toadster, for example, will use lots of samples of Drivanium so he can turn himself into a mutated version of himself with pure rage and a pure heart which is broken when he lost everyone in his life. And also, we can learn a little more information about Flumbo. It'll be really fun to focus on him, since he's the main antagonist of the game, who wants revenge on Banban for replacing him and locking him away in a closet. I'm pretty sure that's Syringian's doing, because Syringian in Garden of Banban 7 probably told Banban we have to do something to get rid of Flumbo, and they're like a father and son, and the Syringian wants Banban to be the main mascot, probably why he hid him away. I also expect that there will be cool gameplay, and every sequence will be a highlight. Ferris and Jeffo said to themselves that Garden of Banban 8 will be the scariest and darkest chapter in the entire franchise. So it makes sense for them to release 2 teasers, one being dedicated to the new hellish form that Ban has took in that teaser image in the abandoned hospital, and the other one which being the stabbed Ban plush with a knife struck through its chest. As you can see, the Ban plush is a new asset. They made original assets. So that means we're going to have to wait a little longer for Ban 8 to come out, because high quality the games are going to become in the future. Now that I said all those nice things about the new Ban 8 teasers, now it's time for us to turn to the last game for this video. That game is called Five Nights at Freddy's Secret of the Mimic! This game is a new entry into the Five Nights at Freddy's franchise, taking place before the events of Security Breach and Security Breach Ruin, and also Help Wanted 2, which will tell the story of the Mimic's origins. And Edwin Murphy has went missing after all those years when Fazbear Entertainment partnered up with him to make these animatronic suits and animatronics. The environments of the game looks really good, and there are so many new characters that haven't been introduced in the FNAF games. I hope Freddy Fazbear will be in it, because the games are named after him, and also there will be improved gameplay from Security Breach Ruin, and Help Wanted 2. There will be some creepy mascot costumes that the Mimic will hide inside and will hunt us down. And this game features Jackie the Clown. Hey. It's a hybrid circus baby and puppet thing. And also, I didn't notice this, but I didn't notice the posters that were a callback to the ones seen in Security Breach. When I first watched it, I didn't notice them until now. However, back to the main thing about the game. It places in the shoes of our protagonist, who is speculated to be Jeremy Fitzgerald, who's searching for an endoskeleton that can mimic its surroundings. There will be lots of new threats and new enemies that will appear in this game. However, those are my 3 anticipated Mascot horror games of the year. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and comment down below your favorite Mascot horror game of all time. If this video gets to around 50 likes, I could do a potential sequel down the road. Anyways, that's all for this video, and I'll see you all in the next one, in the vents.